I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles and Gentleman Sports Cards, located at 204 East McGalliard Road here in Muncie, Indiana. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit. Hey, what is up, y'all? This is Alex from Plus 3 TCG, and I want to show you more replays of my favorite deck. 40 beautiful monster cards piled up into one deck, aka Superheavy Samurais. I am very excited about some of the new support we're going to be getting. We get the level 12 synchro, and we get some more support in the main deck. So let's just look right at it. So in this first game, I wanted to demonstrate, pretty much as in all of this stuff, I wanted to demonstrate what some first turn boards look like with Super Heavies, and I want to show you just how cool Super Heavies can be. I keep going back to it. The 40 card monster mash is probably one of my favorite parts about this, and the fact that it's viable against a lot of different decks, just because most decks, main deck, like cards that will destroy during battle, like Mirror Force and things like that. But since all of my monsters are usually in defense position, except for, of course, this time, Mirror Forces just never work. And you can play around Solemn Strike with this deck. Just a cool deck, but as you can see, I'm playing against Red Eyes, and right now they aren't in the best position just because I have a first turn setup that was pretty nice. However, they did get rid of the Gigan X, but that doesn't really matter too much just because I'm going to be going in for a lot of damage right here. As you can see, they weren't really about it, so they just backed out at the last second. This next duel is against Demise Pale. So I guess Pale Frog, Demise, whatever you want to call it. But I set up with a pretty standard first turn board where I'm able to get out Big Susan and then search for the two cards that I need. And the one card that I need so I can protect everything. Here it comes in pretty clutch because when he tries to target, no one really knows about the Flutus Engrave, so that always usually helps. And they usually never know that I have a Harpy's Feather Duster just lined up ready to go. Couldn't do a whole lot, but it was enough to do damage because they didn't have any cards left. Next, we're looking at this like Spiral deck. I saw this at a couple regionals, and I just don't get what the deck does. I don't know what the win condition. I know that there's a win condition, but it's not a very good one, so no one really uses it. I've never seen it used effectively. So this is just kind of a demonstration of what it looks like when I come from behind. Because even though they weren't doing anything either, I had like 0 plays. I was just playing defense from here. But it is cool being able to come back from pretty much nothing in this deck and go for the win. Because right now, I don't have card advantage, but I do have board presence. Did have board presence. But that's alright, because I drew into the thing I needed. Scales gets me the 6. Harpy's Feather Duster. And then I just continue in with this guy. This is a really cool card, being able to attack directly. You just have to cut the defense in half, so they're taking 1,400 to the face every time. As you can see, it's just a slow but sure win. That card would affect me if I didn't already have an established board. I can just keep doing my thing. Attack for 1,400 and you can't do anything. And that definitely didn't help you at all. Like I said, Mirror Force really doesn't do anything, and no one sides Dark Mirror Forces or main Dark Mirror Forces, so it's not too relevant. And that's game, folks. Now, this deck, I had no idea what to do against. I knew that, well, here I didn't really know that what I was playing against, but right there I knew Ash that shit, obviously. Once they banished the 10, that's quite a minus. But once I saw that, I'm like, fuck, Trickstars. I know you can't let them keep a Trickster on the field because then they'll just do a shit ton of burn damage, which that's how they win. That's the win condition pretty much. But man, they do a good job at keeping Trickster presence on the board. I just knew I had to make that to clear all that back row. Ended up working, but they still got a lot of burn damage in. I wouldn't say a lot of burn damage, but enough burn damage. And here I was pretty safe, I thought. They have 0 cards. They can do nothing. I may only have 2 cards, but they have nothing. So I'm just going to keep attacking, and I should be theoretically all right. However, man, they just take it there. I thought I had this game. Look at that. In a great position. All they had was 2 cards. That's all they need is just 2 cards to start the combo off. It's pretty cool. I was a little bit worried because I knew if they kept that Trickstar presence that they could do a lot of burn damage. I really, like I said, I had no idea what this deck did, but I was just testing out super heavies, and it seems that they have a decent matchup because they opened up enough to where they could start comboing. I just opened up as well. From here, you kind of see that they are continuing their push, but I knew I had to Gumi seal that thing because it was during either player's turn, and that kind of scared me. But they really were in a bad position once I kaiju'd that, because from here I can just clear all of their back row, clear all their field spell in that one back row, and then just go in for 2,400 for game. This is the one that I was really excited to show you all, because this is a very relevant deck, and you just don't get to see this deck shine against a deck like this very much. So this is going to be a cool surprise because they set up quite a nasty board. Get the Garlic Aioli out. Nat Beast Calamity is pretty tough against pretty much every deck. Anti-Max Seed me. Life is rough right now. I'm at 800 life points. Things are not looking good. I got to save my Soul Piercer, but that's not going to do me much if I can't draw into another extender. Oh, great. I draw into our one-of Terror Top. Doesn't really do me a whole lot. And he Raigekis me. So I am in a bad position right now. However, now I'm at 800 life points. Sorry. However, I do have some outs, if you will. However, when I try to synchro, that D barrier really hurt. So that kind of ended my turn. But I do have that hand trap, the honest hand trap that doubles, well, I guess more of a Bujinki Crane. And it doubles that. Had I not stopped that diagram, I think I would have lost. However, I had the Ash, and I had the Bujinki Crane, or the Gauntlet, to save my cards and continue for game. Yes, I said it, folks. I'm going to go for game this turn. Somehow, some way, I am going to get it. Double the defense, and then do 500 damage per game. That was pretty fun, y'all. I do enjoy super heavies a lot, as y'all know. I appreciate you coming by, watching the replays. Let me know if there's any other decks, any casual decks, or even competitive decks that you want to see replays of. And this is Alex from +3 TCG signing out.